have a couple more spring projects to share with you, and then I'm going to be moving on to some other things. But I have made a ton of these little treat baskets for not only for Easter, but to also just kind of welcome spring to hand out to friends and family. And so a couple of things I want to share. One, I want to share about these are the Celebrated Vintage Blush. They're little bakeware cups, but they're super nice. They are very much like the weight of a bathroom Dixie cup. So they whatever you put in them, they hold really securely. And what I did, they are super cute too. They come in a couple different patterns. So I just filled them with some paper grass and some Hershey Kisses, and then I made these little tags from this Prima stamp set. This is, I believe they still have this at Hobby Lobby. I think I picked it up last year, but I used the little bunny and one of the little chicks and stamped them in gray ink on some watercolor paper, cut out these tags, and then just did a really quick little wash of watercolor over them. And then this trim is also some new trim I picked up at Michael's from the new trim section that they have, and it has a little blush center, so I thought it went really cute with the cups. And I also took my pinking shears and cut off the top of the treat bag so that they would have this little ruffled edge on top. And yeah, they were super fun to make, and I could not stop making them. I made so many of them. So I wanted to share those. And then I was also going to share the spring card I made. This was like a nightmare card. You know how you have those nightmare cards? This was a nightmare card. First of all, the card came out, I didn't really need to make it quite as big as I did. I wish I would have made it smaller. However, I wanted to use this flower. This was one of the wired flowers that I had shown a couple videos back. I had made this from wired ribbon and just, cut off the edge of it. And then I used the actual ribbon part to make her dress. So what I did was I took some heat and bond, which will help you fuse fabric to paper. And then it makes it easier to, cut out the fabric and have it not fray or anything like that. But what had happened was I originally, colored her and glued on her dress, and I was moving along and I got a big splatter of black ink on her dress. And so I had to pry her old dress off and make her a new dress. It was crazy. But the other thing I wanted to try out was doing some inlay with die cuts. So I had recently picked up, let me see if oh no, I already put it away. It was the alphabet die cut that they have at Michael's. I think it's fairly new. And so you get, the whole alphabet. So I cut those out of the red cardstock, and then I took a piece of the white cardstock and cut them out and then inlaid them in there. And then once I got done with that, I ran the whole thing through a polka dot embossing folder. So that was a lot of fun. I really liked the way that came out. And then other than that, just layered some little doilies. I made one additional little flower out of the wired ribbon edge and did a simple little inside. So, and also, I haven't colored with my Copic markers in so long that I know she's really simply colored, but I kind of got, there was a learning curve of getting back to using them because I'm so used to using my Inktense pencils, but I was glad I pulled out my Copics and colored her up. So that's all I have for right now. I do have another video. I'm going to be coming up with something new I've been trying, so that should be up either today or tomorrow. But you guys have a super great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.